YouTube. I've recently bought a few items from eBay for a little project that I've got in mind, and I've also had a few items delivered from a good friend of mine, one of which contains an item that will work really well with the project. So today I'm going to do a multiple unboxing that will hopefully be entertaining and whet your appetite. So first up are the bits I bought from eBay. Whatever I open first is going to give the game away, so I'll just go from the smallest to the largest and save this one for last, just because it's the one I'm most chuffed with. Wax discs, a burger press, and lastly my favourite, a retro Husqvarna hand powered mincer. This was on auction or make an offer and I got it for about £8, a proper bargain. Not shiny as a modern new one, but most likely better quality and built to last, being older than a Husqvarna. Bit of a spruce up and it should be good to go. Right, that's it all broken down. Time for a spot of washing up. So game burgers it is then now we're living in the country, but we'll get to that all in good time. I've still got some unwrapping to do, and if you can believe it, all this came from the same person over a period of about 4 months. This first one's already open because he snuck it in on me without any markings on it to tell me where it was from. Turned out it was a very handy IPK to put in the car as an emergency shelter. He was buying one for himself and very kindly thought to get me one too, so cheers buddy. The second one's also already open because I thought it was some hexi burners I was buying from him, but as well as the hexis there was this extra box inside containing 3 foldable credit card knives, 3 zoomable torches, one for the car, one for the workshop and one for the girls' playhouse. We've got the same taste in torches, mate. I've bought some of these for our bikes. 4 purple locking carabiners, that's the kids' Nerf toy slings sorted, and 4 webbing strap threadable rotating D-rings which will probably end up on my Vulcan. Excellent mate, tar. This one arrived at roughly the same time as the last one, and although it's still wrapped I know that this is the one that's going to help with the project. And how do I know that? Because I'm a part-time Sherlock Holmes? No. Because I have psychic powers? Nah. Because we talked about the project and he told me what he was sending? Well, partly, but no. Sorry fella, but it's because it arrived damaged and enveloped in the overpowering odour of chili. Let's see what the inside looks like, shall we? Smells like a cookery class already. Oh, I dread to look. Yeah, there is curry sauce all over whatever this is. A beautiful Snowdonia complete guide to magazine, covered in curry sauce, mate. Sorry, chili sauce. Oh dear. Well, I'm sure that'll clean up, mate. It wasn't too bad a clean up for the magazine actually. Just wipe the cover and the spine clean with wet wipes. The 2 ends weren't too bad, and where the pages were sticking together on the long edge, I just standed off 5mm of the paper. And a Mountain Warehouse trail first aid kit. Well, that's just going to clean off, isn't it? Empty everything out and put that through the washing machine. That's cracking, mate. That's like your little, you've got belt loops on it. It's like a little belt kit, isn't it? That's very cool. Nice one, fella. Oh dear. Ah, right. That's probably the worst casualty then, isn't it? Look. But again, don't look too bad. Nothing that a whole pack of wet wipes won't sort out, is it? The Wood Fire Handbook. Complete guide to a perfect fire. Nice, mate. Ugh. Sticky pages, but nothing that a bit of renovation won't sort out. Nice one. And loving the note. Mick, sorry for delaying posting. You're apologising for. Sorry for delaying posting. My organisational skills have been lacking. Well, what, having a baby and everything like that. Yeah, I can see how that would get in the way. I've sent the stove separately. Yeah, got them, fella. Thank you. In this package, please find Snowdonia guide, campfire guide, first aid kit, and 3 chili sauces from my stockpile. Speak soon. Your friend Stefan. Oh, geezer. I keep all these sort of little notes and that, so I'll probably have to laminate that one, I reckon. Jalapeno Hellfire, tangy and mild hot sauce. Nice. And guanamine green, jalapeno pepper sauce. That's hot, that one. And the disaster one is, there you go, look. Pretty substantial break, isn't it? Iguana. Is that Tropic Thunder? I've just watched that film actually, Tropic Thunder. Tropical pepper sauce. So we'll never know. But yeah, it smelt nice. So sorry about the disaster, fella, but thank you so much for everything else. That's cracking. 2 hot sauces, a first aid kit, a campfire book in need of a bit of a clean up, and the complete guide to Snowdonia, and a note which I will keep. Top banana. You'd think that was it, wouldn't you? But no, this one arrived next with what feels like 3 separate items in it. Intrigued, mate. Let's have a look, shall we? Lithium ion metal battery. Do not load or transport package if damaged. What the hell's in here? A note for starters, which I've just slit. Mick, I've had a real sort out and I've gathered a load of stuff that was going to have to go. I sent a few parcels to people and here is yours. I know you'll not be happy with me, but I'd much rather give you the gear I think you'd like than stick it on eBay. Please accept these with my gratitude for all the adventures we've had and all the advice you've given me. You're a true friend. Yours, Stefan. Mate, you know, I don't know what to say. All the adventures and the advice. Likewise, fella. Likewise. You're having a laugh, aren't you? Professional FM transceiver. Professional quality, user-friendly design. Long comms range, noise reduction, battery save, scrambler, light ion battery, FM radio, long standby time. Mate. And a Garmin E-Trax in a carrying case. Steph, what are you doing, man? Fella, I don't even know what to say. That is, I don't know what I've done to deserve this, mate. I really don't know what I've done to deserve this sort of treatment. But this thing looks mental. that's the battery. That looks like, well, I mean, it says professional on it, but that looks like military style. You know, lightweight, compact. Well, I can't put it all together now, but we'll get back to that. Mate, my head's melted. I don't know what to say, other than thank you, obviously, but I can't believe what I've just opened. Any of it. Books, chili, radio, sat-nav. Time for a little bit of Baofeng assembly. I've pre-done the belt clip because the screws are a little bit fiddly. Next, get some batteries in the E-Trex, nice and universal, runs on AA's, which is always a good option. Nice tight seal. Time for a little power on test. First the Garmin E-Trex. I don't know if you can make the screen out, but it's got a backlight, 3 settings, off, low and high. Acquiring satellites. This is a high power model that can get through the canopy, so if you're under trees it will still pick up satellites, which the older one that I've got doesn't do. And often cloud as well, which isn't good, not in England.
Frequency mode.
That's the Baofeng. It's got some extra functions on this. Little torch function, flashing stroby thing, and this, which might be good for summoning aid. Gets quite loud. I'm sure if you were injured somewhere and you had to summon someone in, that'd help. So what I need to do now is bury my head in a couple of manuals and learn all about these. And lastly, there's this giant of a package. I know roughly what this is. This was another buy one for him and one for me purchase, but he wasn't impressed, so he sent me both of them to see if I could mod it up into something interesting. Let's have a look. This one's so big it needs a different camera angle. Because of what this one is, I do have to be a little bit careful because I know what's in here. Say one thing, mate, it's well wrapped. Right, so these, I believe, are like a cot-mounted tent, you know, like the Mozzie nets I've used in my videos before. I think this is like a tent version of that, like a bedroll type thing. So obviously I'll need to set it up outside, but just for the opening I'll do that in here. Interesting. So that's actually padded. That feels like a quilted sleeping pad. So that would explain why it goes on a cot, if indeed it does. It's got peg out tabs. It looks like Digicam fly sheet. That looks good, mate. I'll get that set up outside. And here are the two of them pitched. One person, self-supporting, single skin, cot mounted tents. Mozzie net windows and doors with roll up flaps. And padded bases for a bit of extra comfort. The girls absolutely love them as they are, so the idea of major mods is out the window for now. I do need to make one improvement though. The ends aren't very taut, so I'm going to make spacer bars to increase the tension and tighten them up. Other than that, wicked, mate. Cheers. I'm sure the girls will be well chuffed to have something to keep the spiders out. So there you have it. As you saw from the notes, it's Steph from Talaf Durnan that's responsible for these five packages. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Unbelievably generous. I just haven't got words, mate. Cheers very much, Steph. Accepted with heartfelt thanks, mate. I would say you're too generous again, but you'd only tell me to shut up. On to the bit I'm looking forward to. Burgers. I've been out already to bag the necessaries, a pheasant and a nice healthy rabbit. They're both quite a good size actually, should do a decent sized batch. A couple of very lovely neighbours of ours have kindly supplied the pork fat to add to the mix. They've got a meat supply business that supplies the school I work for, funnily enough, so cheers guys, big help. And it's from organically reared porkers too, so these burgers should be quality. A slice of wholemeal bread for breadcrumbs. And not forgetting, of course, Steph's chilli sauce. I'm going mild this time because I want to see what the ladies think, and if I go extra hot they'll never forgive me. Just 2 more ingredients, a couple of shakes of rock salt and a dash of black pepper. First job then, bit of stripping up of the pork fat to make it easier to get through the mincer. Do you remember this? This is the Talisman, a handcrafted game prep knife Todd Parnaby made for me in 2015. If you keep your eyes peeled for my next vid, you'll see a bit of woodland where I'm hoping you'll see this getting a lot of use, but for today I'm going to be using it for stripping up the meat and deboning the animals. It's quite dense fat, it's quite hard to get through, even though that's fairly sharp. Bit of pheasant next. I'm going to be taking these little tendony bits out as well. These are the legs, and these tendons are actually very, very tough, so you want these out. I just made my first incision in the breast, and I found the pellet still intact. I'll just get rid of that now. Good old sizable portion of meat on a pheasant breast. That's the legs as well, but it's a good sized chunk. And on to Mr. Rabbit. So that's all the meat from the back legs, another sizable pile. Onto the carcass. People often throw these side flaps away because they're thin, not a whole lot of meat on them, but because everything's getting minced anyway, I'm going to take these off and use them as well. And that's the carcass pretty much stripped to meat. Nice big pile there. I'm going to make no apologies for my butchery skills because I don't have any, and because it's all being minced, all I've been doing is stripping it off with a knife. So. I did manage to find the pellet though in his right shoulder, pretty much obliterated, and it had a big chunk of bone in it as well. And when I took the shot, he did just boom, flop straight over onto his left side. So it was a pretty high impact. And judging from the damage to the pellet, there was a big whack when it hit him, and he was just straight over, bless him. So there you go, plate of rabbit. And Jazzy Cat gets a little bonus. Jazz, what's this? Ooh, ooh. I'm going to cook them for you first, Jazz.
Nice.
Yeah,
lucky
look.
lady.
What's on there? Cat's going mental. Hearts, kidneys and liver. Mmm, nice. Right, Jazzy's little treat. With Lucy on camera. I'm sure she would have eaten these raw, you know, because she looked quite keen. But I want to try a bit of the heart. Try to find what bit it is. That's it. Nope, no, it's kidney. That's a bit of heart. You know about the hunters, don't you?
Yeah.
Like tribal hunters, they used to take out the heart or the liver and eat that first, because it was a massive energy kick to eat the liver after an energetic hunt. So they used to make a fire and cook those first. And probably have a steak as well, I reckon. What do you think?
Maybe.
I'd have had a steak. Medium rare. Yeah, it's cut up smaller now to allow for your 2 missing teeth. Do you like that? The way you've watered it down, I think you probably do. She's wondering why she's getting so much attention while she eats.
Yeah. She's not too worried about it though.
No.
She's not trying to run off with it.
You enjoying that, mate? I'm going to get this fridged up overnight ready for tomorrow, then it's a hike up the local hill, a barbecue and s'mores round a fire in the garden. I've run a little bit of vegetable oil for it just to grease the wheels, ready for use. And we're all set. And now I'm just going to plough my way through everything. Pheasant next. It's actually a lot easier to mince. Right, onto the rabbit, but Catherine's going to have a go at the mincing this time, so I'm going to use a pusher so I don't lose my fingers, because when I was doing it I knew when to stop while I was doing both, but Catherine's not going to be able to feel where my fingers are. So, ready?
Uh-huh.
Excellent. Right, start turning clockwise. That's it. Most of it will just get dragged in, but...
Oh!
Ugh.
That makes quite a noise.
Yeah, that's quite the noise, that one, isn't it? The others haven't made that noise.
It doesn't mince its words.
Boom, boom. And that's that. Just going to portion them up into the 2 batches now. It's the pheasant for the chili one and the plain one. Same with the rabbit. You can see I'm not being too weights and measures, but this is my first batch, so it's all a bit hit and miss anyway. I've heard different recipes between 15 and 20% pork fat, just to give, it binds it a little bit and enables it to fry. But again, cool, noisy bird. Again, I'm just going to guess. Save that bit for something else. Breadcrumbs. Again, I've been looking at recipes and it just says for a bit of volume, so I'm not adding too many, but I'll go with it. It's given as advice, so why not, eh? And sea salt, and ground black peppercorns. And then the interesting bit, Steph's jalapeno hellfire tangy and mild hot sauce. That is a bit of a guess, I don't really know. It's all a little bit, make it up as you go along. Right, so there you go, the plain ones: pork fat, pheasant, rabbit, breadcrumbs, black pepper and salt. And same recipe for the chilli one, except with the mild chilli sauce. I've got to be honest, there's two things I've been looking forward most of all, and that is smushing it all up in the bowl, which is what I'm going to do now. It's going to get a bit messy, but quite fun. And forming the burgers, which should be quite interesting. Commit. Oh, that is disgusting. Quite satisfying at the same time. Next, be interesting to see how many burgers you get out of each of these. One pheasant, one rabbit, bit of pork fat. So you can gauge how many of each animal you're going to need for a bigger batch that way. I reckon 5, 6, at a push 7 burgers out of each maybe. I'll say 14 burgers, but I won't be surprised if it's a bit less. Alright, as I've said, I've never done this before, so I'm just gonna go with what seems to make sense and give each one of these a little oiling just to make it come out a bit easier. Hoping that works. See what happens, eh? Well, that looks like a burger. Pleased with that. They are quite chunky, so I think 14 is a stretch. We'll see though, eh? Nice. Maybe do them a bit thinner next time. Right, so 4 chilli, 4 normal. There you go, all ready to go on the barbecue. And the proof of the pudding, as they say, is in the eating, so we'll see. All we've got to do now is work up an appetite. Well, they're sizzling alright, so the pork fat's doing its job.
Are you filming now?
Yes.
You git?
Yeah. I can't put the word git on YouTube.
Well,
yeah, I can.
yeah,
I can.
yeah.
So, but the real test is whether the bunny lover likes it.
Having it my way at me case.
Yes.
You get it. Right. This has got the relish on it, yeah?
Yep.
Is this a chilli one?
I think it might be.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Did 2 lots plain and chili. Just really larging it up for the internet. Look. Everyone else loves them. We've had 2 friends round and their daughter and a couple of neighbours, and they all love them. And you're frowning. And
No, I'm trying to figure out what it tastes like. It's almost like chicken, but not chicken, isn't it?
look to your left.
No.
She's just always there, isn't she?
Can it pursue? This is not Jazz's plate. Really, really nice, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really good?
Yeah, I was a bit dubious about the mixture of the two, but that's actually
Pheasant
really,
and rabbit.
really nice.
Good.
You've done a good job with them, mate.
Nice.
Very nice. Well done. Thank you. Very good.
Well, you don't get any. You don't get any. Sorry.
Leave me tweet in peace, please.
Yes. Okay. You don't get higher praise than that. So YouTube, as normally is the case, you've joined me at the last mouthful, but it's been very nice. That is actually really good. Everyone here is right. They are wonderful. Good job. And partially down to you, Steph. Thank you very much for the chilli sauce, mate. And I'll catch up with you later.
Mickey's Modest Burgers.
Time for that little end of the day treat I promised us.
Look at this.
Oh, that's
Oh
good.
my god, look how hard it is to get it off the stick. It was like,
Is that a good thing?
that looks good.
Yours
won't
looks
come
like it's toffee or something on it where it's caramelised. Sorry.
I've got a pink little haircut.
Mine looks like a skull.
A skull. I don't roast my stick.
There's 2 on there. There's the oval one and the star-shaped one.
Roast. It's really hot. Oh my goodness. I have a torch, a flaming torch.
You know you've got to cook more on that.
Have I?
Yeah,
Oh.
don't
Another bat just flew past.
Oh, did you? I thought I heard that.
I can see a little bit. Oh, I see a tiny bit. I wish I had that.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
And then I could like.
You're just looking good, love.
Baby flame died.
Nighty night YouTube. Hope you enjoyed it.